My name is Cormac McConnell, and I go to Computech Middle School. The name of my documentary is Bullying. Are we doing enough? My documentary is about Fresno Unified and their bullying program and whether they're doing enough or not. I chose this topic because I was bullied at Computech, and it was just a very touchy subject. I hope the audience learns that Fresno Unified isn't doing enough about bullying and that we need to do something about it.
My name is Leo Dyer, and my hobbies are playing games and swimming.
Have you ever been bullied?
Yes.
In what ways have you been bullied?
I have been bullied by being lied to that my friend was being abused, and he was neglected, that he was left on the side of the road because my mom called the cops on him, and he then stated that it was not a big deal at all, and then continued to say that over and over again until I said stop. It was bad, very bad, and it very much damaged me.
Why are some kids bullied and some not?
I think some kids are bullied because some kids have weaknesses that some bullies can see and find and use to their will and do it well.
How has bullying affected you?
For a while, it did damage my trust with everyone. I would stay to myself a lot more than usual, but I would put my head more into what I'm doing, swimming, school, so I can do better in those rather than become a bully myself and become a hypocrite.
Has bullying affected your grades?
Nope, not at all. In fact, it made them stronger.
How do you deal with bullying?
I usually ignore them and, like I said in the last couple questions, keep my head in the game, try to make my grades stronger, try to make my swimming stronger, so then I can use my anger as energy, strength.
What is the school district doing about bullying?
The only thing that happened was the therapist was going to talk to him, never happened. And well, they've done nothing since then, and I think that's wholly inappropriate because guess what? They're supposed to be protecting us, they're supposed to be making us learn. But guess what they're doing? They're doing jack. They're doing nothing. Because they don't want to, because they think it'll be too much trouble to do anything. Well, I say they should do better. We deserve better. We need better.
When you look at the procedures at Fresno Unified School District, you realize that they only talk about what they're going to do to the bully and not what they're going to do to help the student who has been bullied. Just like Leo said, the only thing they do to help the student is to have a face-to-face conversation with the bully and the counselor. That's it. Are we doing enough?
Sure. Dina Fiore, and I am a program director at Fresno Pacific University for the school counseling program.
How do you define bullying?
Bullying is any unwanted behavior that makes the person that feels that they're being bullied uncomfortable, scared, fearful.
Have you ever experienced bullying?
I have, yes.
Would you care to share your experience? You don't have to.
Sure, I absolutely will. In the fourth grade, I was really shy and quiet, and I wasn't getting good grades. And my mom met with my teacher at the time, and the teacher said, I think that Dina would benefit from being held back. So I was held back in the fourth grade. Well, that comes with all kinds of challenges because the friends that I had been with from kindergarten to fourth grade now went to fifth grade, and I had all new people in my class. Well, because my name's Dina and it was the 70s, the Flintstones were really, really popular. Yeah. And so the dog in the Flintstones' name was Dino. And so they would call me Dino the dog. It started just with that. It started with just calling me Dino the dog. And then it escalated to, on Valentine's Day, a boy gave me, the heart boxes that usually have candy in them. He gave it to someone to give to me, and I refused to take it. And when I finally took it, I threw it in the trash can, and dog food poured all the way out of it. So it wasn't candy, it was anything. And then it escalated even more during PE, where we were lined up and our teacher wasn't out there. And so they started pushing me and beating me up and really until I was on the ground crying. And when the teacher came out, they threatened me that if I told the teacher, they would just do it again. So I just cleaned up my tears and got back in line.
Has bullying increased since the pandemic or since kids came back to face-to-face learning?
I would say cyberbullying for sure. All social media bullying has definitely increased. I think it's because being at home for a year of the pandemic, bullies had to get creative, right? They couldn't just, walk past you and hit you in the shoulder or nudge you. They had to get creative. And so they did social media. And I think when we came back to schools, those bullies continue to use social media to, continue the bullying process. And so I would say yes, not just physical bullying, but that cyberbullying or social media bullying, whatever you want to call it, for sure has escalated since we came back to school.
How do you work with a student who is suffering from bullying?
Yes. I do some counseling for schools out of the area. And I've met with one young girl in the 6th grade who's struggling with some mental health issues. And so there's been some bullying as well.
What do you think encourages students to bully?
I think they have a horrible home life. I think they're either getting bullied at home or they're seeing bullying behavior, mom hitting dad hitting mom, maybe siblings are abusive to them. I think that starts it, that they, or they've been abused at some point and they feel powerless. And so they look for ways to gain that power.
What is the local school district doing to prevent bullying?
Not enough. They put programs and different things in place. The problem is that they don't do enough. They put something in place and say, well, we have an anti-bullying program and we do, a rally or we do classroom lessons. But a lot of people are afraid of confronting behaviors and confronting the bully or that bullying behavior. And so they're definitely not doing enough, because if they were doing their job, then there would be no more bullying.
What do you think we can do to prevent bullying among students?
I think teaching social emotional awareness. So teaching what is empathy, what is compassion, what is kindness, what is goodness, what do those things look like? I think people think that empathy is something that we can't teach, but it absolutely is. And so I think spending more time on social emotional curriculum in the classroom, having teachers spend even 5 minutes a day, they could take one word. Let's talk about empathy today. Would definitely help raise awareness.